Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Brick. My name is Nick, and today we are looking at set number 21319, the Friends Central Perk. This does come from the LEGO Ideas line of sets. This is going to be one of two sets based on the hit TV series of the same name. This set does come with a total of 7 minifigs and a ton of prints and stickers. I think there's only 1 or 2 stickers while the rest are prints, so it is a pretty good deal when it comes to the amount of prints that you get in here compared to the stickers. We're going to take a look at all the minifigs individually just because they are all worth talking about, and they're all based on real life actors, and it's just always good to get characters based on real life properties in LEGO form. As we look closer at the build itself, you can start at the left hand side of the building. We are going to start with a Central Perk coffee board. It shows a bunch of different coffees, all themed to New York City. It does make sense. The show does take place in New York City. As we move along the back wall, there is a massive brick-built coffee machine and a bunch of different shelves that have a bunch of tiny little details on there to just give it some greebling and give it some life in the back there. That is where Gunther works. You can see him off to the right of the register, but he does fit right behind that counter. On the back wall, you can see a white, green, and red curtain that adorns the side of a door back here. Right next to that, you do have 3 coffee cups hanging up on the wall, which is pretty cool. It is a coffee bar after all. On the right, you have a picture of what looks like the Brooklyn Bridge, so great representation for New York City there. On the back, you do have a candlelit flamed little lamp. I can't actually tell what that is. And then right in front of that, you do have a coffee cup and a bouquet of flowers. Off to the right near the front door, you have a umbrella holder, which is just really good to see. You've got a pink and a black umbrella, along with a hard hat hanging from the top there. As we move along, you can see the 2 front doors. Those are very iconic to the show. So many characters have walked through those doors. As you move to the right, you have another bouquet of flowers, and you have the little area where Pheobe often puts on her concerts for the entire Central Perk. She does not only come with her guitar as a minifig accessory, but she also comes with a microphone and a keyboard, so you can have her play Smelly Cat as she does in the show. Right behind her, you do have the iconic Central Perk logo put on a window, and it has been printed onto a glass piece. On the right of that bench, you have another side table, and as we move our way into the center, you can actually take out the entire center that has the iconic couch and all of the characters sitting on it, so that way you can sort of display it on its own if you ever wanted to. And you're also able to take out this secondary carpet section, so that way you can also display that as an area for other characters to sit on or Rachel to be serving. For the center scene, we do have 2 printed 2x2 tiles using the light bright orange color on these 2 chairs, one of which Joey is sitting on with a little piece of pizza in his hand. In the center, you do have a really good build for the coffee table that has the reserve sign, because, you know, they're always there. They have to have a reserve for them. There is one episode where they walk in and there's a whole new group of people sitting there, and none of them know what's going on, because they're like, what's going on to our spot?
I'm telling you, that girl totally winked at me.
Did not wink at you.
Huh?
The iconic orange couch that both Monica and Chandler are sitting on is just perfectly built. It's using a bunch of really good detailed pieces that use a lot of really good curves, and that makes a really good couch build. Ross is sitting on the side chair that he usually does, and between those 2 yellow-orange chairs, you can find a small coffee table to set things on as well. On the table, you also do have a 2x2 tile that is referencing the LEGO News, the greatest hero ever, something that is not related to Friends at all, but they decided to include it in the set. To start with the minifigs, we do have Gunther. He is going to be the owner of Central Perk, or at least the main worker. We see him in a lot in the episodes. I'm actually not even sure if he is the owner. I don't think he is, but we can go into his fig a little bit. He does have plain black legs. He has a brown broom as an accessory because he is always sweeping, and his torso is that lime green color with a printed tie that has some polka dots on it. The hair is just that white slick back hair, which honestly works perfectly for him, and the head does have a secondary face. It is the Luke Skywalker head, so he is just using that more of a disappointed and disgruntled face as his normal mood usually is in the show. Up next, we have Phoebe Buffet. She does have a very interesting printed torso. She has no printing on her legs. It is just going to be dark brown. She does come with a guitar as an accessory. Again, she is a very famous musician in the Central Perk world, so she also does have that really good printing on her torso. It is made of that olive green color, but there are some bronze and dark red highlights on there that look really good. The hair is going to be that blonde ponytail piece. It does work pretty well, honestly, for her character. And the face print does have a secondary face print on the back. She's got a smile on the front, but when you change it on over, it is going to be a surprised face. Next up, we have Joey Tribbiani. He is wearing a red sports jacket. He does not have any leg printing. You're going to notice that the only fig in this set that does have leg printing is going to be Rachel, but he does have black plain legs along with that red torso that does have kind of like a sports jacket. He usually is wearing something like that. He does come with a pizza as his accessory, and he actually just has a satchel running across his chest and down to his hip. The face print matches Matt LeBlanc's face so well, and I love the giant cheesy smile that they gave him. He also does have an alternate face, that being one of a little bit more of a smirk rather than a giant smile, and both faces work perfectly for the character. Up next, we have Ross Geller. He is going to be pretty plain. The legs are just in reddish brown, no printing on those. There is a tan torso there with a light blue color underneath for a dress shirt that he usually is wearing, and he does have a striped tie. Ross is always wearing a tie, so that's perfect. His face print matches David Schwimmer's face so well that I just can't believe that they were able to get the likeness so perfectly. His secondary face is going to be a little bit more concerned, and it honestly matches Ross's whole vibe perfectly. He is one of my favorite characters on the show. I know, hot take, a lot of people don't like him the best, but I often associate myself with him, so that's kind of why. Up next, we have Rachel Green. She is wearing a light blue torso, and this one does actually have leg printing down there. You can see the bottom of the skirt when she is actually working at Central Perk because she doesn't have a job. This is after she runs away from her wedding, so just after the beginning of the series. She does come with a platter and a teacup as her accessory. The printing on the torso was pretty good, and the likeness for Jennifer Aniston is honestly kind of good, even though that head has been used quite a few times on a bunch of other minifigs. I think that this one is appropriate. She does have more of a disgruntled face right here on the back. It's kind of just upset, and honestly, it doesn't look too bad for Jennifer Aniston. The hair piece that we get is kind of a bob cut, and it works really well with her character. I'm pretty sure this was the second time that we got this hair piece, the first time coming out in a CMF. Up next, we have Chandler Bing, aka Miss Chandler Bong. This is going to be based on Matthew Perry. They did a very good job recreating his face, and everything on the little details work really well. He does have an alternate face print as well, one where he is a little bit more upset, and the printing on the torso works perfectly. He is often wearing those kind of vests with the dress shirt underneath. Last but certainly not least, we have Monica Geller. She is wearing those nougat pants with a overall print that does run all the way up to the chest, and it honestly looks like really good printing on the torso. It does run all the way to the back as well. She does come with a pink coffee cup. It would be appropriate if at least one of them came with a coffee cup. They are at Central Perk. Her face print is very common, and she is using a very common black hairpiece. But to be honest, all of the figs in here are representative perfectly of their real life counterparts. There are going to be a lot of really good details in all of these figs that just bring out the best in their characters, and they just nail the representation. Anyways, everybody, that is all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.